welcome back to another episode of Real Aussie Adventures. It's leaving day. Thankfully it's only 7:50 in the morning, so not a whole lot is going to happen between now and then, other than doing quite a bit of packing up. But for now, some breakfast. It's leaving day. We're leaving the caravan park. It was a very nice place here. And we're moving on to Kakadu. Very exciting, but we're first going to stop and look at some of the big things up this neck of the woods. Let's go. The first big thing of today, haven't found a big thing in quite a while, but it is the big water buffalo. He's covered up by a sign. But we'll go in, have a look, take a picture. We had to walk to get to him because he was covered by, as you can see, a used car dealership. We finally finished up at the big buffalo. Well, by finally I mean we finished up probably about 45 minutes ago, half an hour ago. And we bought some phone mounting stuff so that we don't have to sit there and hold the phone right up against the windscreen when we want to do panoramas or other things like that. So yeah, life is good. Now we're going to head onwards and see the next big thing, and then head onwards and downwards into Kakadu. Very exciting. I'm excited. We made it to the second big thing looking at today, which is the big turtle. Bit of a windy road, and we also came up against not one, not two, but 3 police cars. And I want to say Northern Territory's paddy wagons look way different to Perth's. You know, if I ever ended up having to go into one, I think I'd much rather be in a Perth one. They're just a bit more enclosed. Northern Territory's ones are open to the elements. But either way, I have no intention of hopping into a police paddy wagon anytime soon. But this is the big turtle. I'm thinking we can hop on him because there's no signage that says otherwise. But look at him, he's so pretty. So, on our way to see Big Kev, one of Northern Territory's big things, I just wandered into the most boujee Bunnings I have ever been to in my life. We didn't need to go into a Bunnings. We went to pick up some power stuff for when we're staying at powered campsites and need to charge up our normal 24 volt icons. Anyway, we found Big Kev side, so we're gonna go and snap our picture with him, and then we'll hop in the car and head onwards to Kakadu. But yes, that Bunnings, most boujee Bunnings ever, all car parking is underground. Reminds me a little bit of Perth's IKEA, and everything's up the top. It was also super clean inside when I went to look at the plant section. Not a skerrick of dirt was on the floor, so I was very impressed. Get to the next big thing, third one of the day. Look at that specimen. Look at him. We'll take some pictures, hop back in and head onwards to Kakadu. So, on the drive in to Kakadu, Jacob spotted this spectacular jumping crocodile cruise along the road, and he was like, let's go in and have a look and let's do it. Took a little bit of convincing on my behalf because we spent a bit of money on experiences and that lately. But we came in, drove in, the road was real dodgy. Like at the start I genuinely thought, what are you leading me on? Are you leading me on a bum steer or something? But no, we booked ourselves some tickets to go on the spectacular crocodile cruise. So, up and down this lovely river. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, looking forward to it.
bigger crocodiles, dingoes, goannas, kites, egrets, eagles, storks, herons, pelicans, brolgas, ibises.
Anything.
Yeah. I like to imagine a lot of those animals thinking to themselves, if I don't eat you now,
Yeah, right.
you're going to get big and try to eat me. You know, it's not revenge, it's prevenge.
Yeah.
Weather patterns. Off those weather patterns.
I learnt so much about salties on this cruise. The first thing I learnt is that crocodiles are incredibly lazy animals, which are about as intelligent as a 5-year-old human. They are so lazy, in fact, that algae can grow on them, as you can see from the extra green on Wakai. Some adventurers may be wondering whether what we chose to do supported a cruel practice, making half-a-ton creatures jump out of the water. Large crocodiles don't generally jump out of the water often because they simply don't have to, whereas small crocodiles do it incredibly frequently to catch flying creatures. So jumping is in fact a very natural behaviour, and the crocodiles are not forced to jump if they don't want to. This is because the food they are receiving is extra on top of what they should be finding themselves, and they go away ideally just as hungry as they were when they came over. Crocodiles only need to eat about 1% of their body weight per week. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to eat 1% of my body weight at least 5 times a day. Sticking with eating, crocodiles are incapable of digesting keratin. Often they will leave hooves and horns of animals instead of eating them simply because they cannot. If they do digest them, depending on what it is, it may pass through or simply sit in their stomachs forever. A few people could quite easily hold the jaws of a crocodile closed, yet a room full of the strongest people in the world would struggle to hold them open because crocodiles have very strong bite muscles but significantly weaker opening muscles. They're also incapable of grinding or chewing. In Australia, there is less than 1 crocodile-related death per year. This is partly due to how good crocodile danger is at schools of the top end, but also because of how privileged we are as a nation to not need to use riverways to gather drinking water, bathe, or wash clothes. The countries with the highest crocodile kills per year are those with the lowest living conditions for humans. That was really interesting and sad.
Crab shell, turtle shell.
To finish, it is also very common for adult salties to be missing body parts because of fights. It's a croc-eat-croc world after all. We were lucky to have seen a crocodile with a missing leg. Just finished up at the spectacular jumping crocodile cruise, which was good fun, very entertaining, absolutely amazing. Heard some of those fantastic crocodile noises they make when they open and shut their mouths. And now we're on and inwards into Kakadu. We'll set up camp somewhere for the night, hope that it's not too busy, and then that'll be us for tonight. Cows in the field. It's a great look. Also, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I actually didn't realise cows had such big ears. It blows my mind. I didn't realise. Right, so we made it to the campground. I got out and did a pay at one of the pay station things. I really should have documented it. I should learn by now to document them, just in case someone's going to be like, "Ugh," the following day. But I didn't. And oh my goodness me, the mosquitoes here. I swear one flew into my eye. They were like buzzing around my face, up my nose, all while I was trying to fill out this little paper form. And I literally ran into the car. And there are like at least 5 in the car with me right now. I can hear them all around. My best friend right now, soon to be, is going to be Bushman's. I'm going to put it on. But oh my goodness, the mosquitoes here are next level. Like, goodness. So, we're having chicken kebab for dinner. And I've put on a fly net because the bugs are just absolutely insane. Got Bushman's on, but they are eating me alive.